What's up? I thought I missed the party. You're already live.
We got 4 minutes.
Okay, good. Well, dude, I have turned in my final assignments.
Beautiful. Here, I'll be right with you here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're doing a workout. I got you. Oh. Yeah.
I think we're here. All right. So, okay, we're right on time. 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. Welcome to the Dirty Dojo, everybody. I'm Sifu Z,
And I'm Sifu Chad.
and this is a drinking show. Salute.
Salute. Kampai.
Today, I wanted to do something special, but not quite yet. We're going to do something very unspecial. And there it is. Yeah, we're going to start on proper timing here. Some of you, if you have joined us before, this is a martial art inspired exercise self-defense open class. Now, this is for educational and what's the other word I'm looking for? Entertainment. There we go. One of my favorite Gang of Four albums. Yeah, this is for your educational and entertainment purposes only. Train at your own risk, of course. Yes, the Dirty Dojo is our sort of offering to the world. That's it. Period. I'm not even going to go for it. That just sounded so good all by itself. Our offering to the world. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is sandbag training. This is homogenized sand um, from the Saudi Arabia. This is very special imported sand. Uh, these are two canvas bags, but not just any kind of canvas bag. It's a fine weaved mesh of Kevlar and gold and titanium as well. Yeah, two bags. This is held up by a Kevlar cord that's reinforced with steel and again titanium weave. I'm joking, you all, of course, but yeah, it's just sand. It's double bagged, so it doesn't come out. That's all. Yeah, it's yeah, simple. I'm doing sand finger training because I don't want to get thrown out of the establishment that I'm here that I'm in. Yeah, I'm however, if you want, you can hit this and you can hit it really hard if you want. Hit it until your hands break. Okay, again, I'm joking with you. Yeah, don't hit it till your hands break. Hit it nice. And over time, you develop a nice strong fist, right? But over time, you don't do it like, and even if you already have a strong fist, this is just a nice mellow exercise. We do this for about 10 minutes. We'll punch, we'll jab, finger jab, right? We'll finger jab, we'll hit with the blade or hit with the opposite side of that blade with the butt, I guess you'd say, with the blade, with the butt of the hand, with the wrist. I'm already making too much noise. It's still too early for this place. Everybody around here goes to sleep probably around 2 or 3. So and nice
Jeez.
and quiet. This this is such a party house, really. I mean, it's really what it is. It's old people that have just reverted back to their like belligerent teenage years. You know. Yes. Finger down. So today I wanted to do a little something special, which is my favorite sort of martial art inspired exercise. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm going to see if Sifu Chad or if Justin's on board. I want to see if Justin can guess what my favorite martial art inspired exercise is.
Huh.
This, of course, this one's like so. I mean, if you can guess this one, you get a lot of points if you can guess this one.
A lot of points, huh?
Of
Core.
course, you can core.
Yeah.
Well, that certainly, I certainly did think of that today this morning. I was like, we should do, we should do like some complex planking,
Okay.
like balance
Okay. Okay.
planking.
Sandbag burpees.
Oh man, that's why he's Seafood Chad, man. Okay, I'm going to give that to you, but essentially the technical get up with the
Ah.
sandbag burpee.
All right. All right.
But
All right.
yeah, right? Because I like that technical get up,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
was
then
actually doing them yesterday, and I was like, wow, I feel like I haven't done these in a while.
that's right. We haven't done them for a while, so it's a good time to get rolling on.
Yeah.
All right, we got four more minutes of sandbag. And yes, I'm doing pinky training. If you don't see from where you're at, want to affirm for you, yes, I'm doing pinky training. I'm really digging the pinky training. It feels so good to just have a strong pinky. Like, yeah, yeah, yes. So Grandmaster Chris Chan could throw you 15 feet with his finger, but could he do it with his pinky? See, you got to take it the next level, right?
I, yeah, I think maybe the classic artists of back in the day might have been onto something. I forget which sculptor it was, but he made emphasis on the muscle that was engaged when the pinky was raised in his sculpture.
Ooh. Oh yes, yes,
Because
yes.
there's only,
Even in the fine art of drinking, I believe the pinky comes into play, right?
but yeah,
Yeah.
there's only one muscle that the pinky can engage only, and I think that's a really that no, that's very interesting. You know, it actually made me think about our golden bell iron palm exercise by always
Oh,
having back.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
pinky, man. They knew what was up.
I couldn't help but think about that television show Happy Days and the character Pinky Tuscadero.
What? I don't know if I've seen that. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, Pinky Tuscadero was Fonzie's girlfriend, and she was a biker chick as well, redhead, I believe.
Uh,
Pinky Tuscadero. I can't believe that just got pulled from my brain. I wouldn't even trust that that's true.
I only know Pinky in the Brain.
Right? I know that was the second thought there. But you know how I like to name our special things like Bambi defeats Godzilla, stuff like that, So we're gonna have to call this the Pinky Tuscadero.
Testadero, Pinky Testadero.
Uh, geez, I don't know if I shared the Bambi defeats Godzilla move yet.
Yeah.
That's where you just have a super sad look, like, really? You really want to hurt me? I'm just Bambi. That's poking with your pinky with a sad look. That's the Bambi defeats Godzilla. All right, we're good to go. That's our 10 minutes. So this is one of my favorites. Let me adjust the camera here so we can
Ah,
make this
yes.
happen.
Me as well. So I'll get to showcase a little bit of my studio here. Yeah, I didn't have the open jam last night, so I was able to set up my entire studio in my room again and just jam out in my room. It was nice.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Um, all right. Oh, I think I still need to go a little lower. How low can we go? I think that's good. Good, yeah. Hopefully I don't get attacked by the moochung. All right. So in martial arts, in self-defense, martial arts, self-defense. Remember, there's a difference here between sport martial arts and self-defense, but this is also seen in sports martial arts as well. I picked this up from my Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes back in Hawaii. And the whole idea is the technical get up. It's called the technical get up, or at least that's what it was called when I learned it. And the whole idea is you're on the ground and you need to get up. Because even if you're good at wrestling or jujitsu, you don't necessarily want to be on the ground. Not necessarily, especially if the ground's like, it's got glass or whatever out on the street. Yeah, you know, and also if you're on the ground, there's a possibility that others can get involved, right? You're not as mobile. So if you don't want to be on the ground if you can help it. Right? If you have some ground skills, that's great because if you're stuck on the ground, you'll be able to do something, right? But this was told to me at a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu seminar. Respect the striker was one, but then we'll talk about that later. But the other is don't be on the ground. So imagine that a jujitsu family was teaching to respect the striker and to
Yeah.
not be on the ground. So there's you really got to think about that. All right.
Yeah.
However, yeah, I concur. You don't really want to be on the ground. So there's a way to get up where because if you just kind of get up like this, oh, look at this, all 4 points are occupied, and boom, you get kicked in the face, kicked in the stomach. Horrible, right? You know, you can try to get up. You can think of different ways that you can get up. But the one that I like the most, and the one that I also enjoy doing the most as an exercise, is the technical get up. So, what does that look like? Well, first of all, you have to stay protected. So, you're going to be able to do this, go to one side or the other. So, especially for these kicks, you can usually see a hip move, see them cocking up, ready to. So, if they're going to kick over on this side, right? You don't want to be over here. You want to be over here, right? Boom, boom. That's important. Also, look at the placement here. We've got a placement where we're using our arm almost like a helmet, and it's connected also to our whole body here. Okay. So some like to have their hands closed, some like to have them open, right? Some over the ear, but essentially keeping this side as a block, as a block, as a block, everything nice and tight and crunched. Okay. Now, getting up from here, there's a little diversion, and that diversion is boom, right? Is this. This is longer than this is, especially if you reach it out, right? It's longer than this is. So as soon as they get close enough with their legs, you're going to stop them or even kick, depending on the situation. Stop them and use their body, their leg, their base as a point from which to explode off of and to stand up with your arm in place the whole time, right? And then I just like adding that jump, adding that burpee, and then bringing it back down. Now, I'm not going to do it with the sandbag, but Sifu Chad is right. It's my favorite to do with the sandbag. But I think for since we haven't done it in a while, and some people might be new to this, let's make it as easy for us as possible so we could get a good set in. So now we're on this side, same idea, keeping everything nice and tight, and then kicking, making contact. Boom. Now, as soon as you're here, you can bring this hand up also to protect. Right? Boom, boom. Right? And opposite. Now you can use the opposite as well, as in, if you're going down, you can bring that foot up. You see, and that's really important because you might want to do one of those little takedowns,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Switching. Yeah.
Keeping the.
There, yeah, sort of like a weave takedown of sorts, right? So you're doing the same thing going in as you're doing out because you can use that movement if you're falling down and look, boom. As soon as you fall down, look, I'll fall down, fall down. So You're immediately on the offensive here. Right? Okay. So let's bang them out. I'll start out with 10 and we'll do, we'll see, 2 or 3 sets is
Justin's in the
about right on
house.
this. Justin's in the house. Aloha. You're just in time. You're just in time for a latte. All right, let's do it. Protect. 1. With a legend. 2. With a legend. 3. I knew that if Smoke Jung would try to attack me. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Oh, I can feel those.
Been a long time since I got back up.
Yeah, getting up and down, man.
Dude, I know.
It reminds me. It reminds me when I used to go to Catholic church, because the whole time you're getting on your knees, you're getting up, you're sitting, getting up, you're getting on your knees. So it's like all Catholics are raised doing burpees. The Methodists kick it up a notch by doing the jumps.
Oh man.
All right, let's get that second set in. See if you Chad, we can count this out.
Make sweet love to me. Sweet sister of devotion. It's such a good album, man. Fuck. Okay. Oh, that's right. It's my turn. My turn. My bad.
Your
Okay.
turn.
And
Hey, I'll let you stall as long as you want.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah. I think that's way more assertive than jogging. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's this complete, you're down. The body automatically wants to go, oh, we're going to sleep. It's sounds like the whole system goes, Okay. And then you go, no, get up, fight, jump.
Fight or
By the
flight.
way, if you want to appropriate that jump, it would be a sprawl.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We just don't do a sprawl right now because, oh, we'd be on our face. We could actually do a sprawl, but you want to have a mat. You're
Yeah.
going to sprawl without somebody there to
Or that
sprawl upon.
that big old Bosu ball, the yoga ball.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that was a good exercise to sprawl with and like do the whole like chest control on the top kind of deal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I miss that.
I know, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
miss that. I totally don't have enough room
I know,
throwing them
right?
balls. I mean, I will start knocking stuff down, knocking amps and guitars down.
Uh,
All right.
funny.
Let's what do we got here? Okay, we got some time. Let's do a third set. I'm feeling wild.
All right.
Just can't get enough. And all right. Now again, let's make sure this is the last set. So let's really get the form down solid. Imagine you got somebody there, they're about to kick you. Maybe they're walking in, their legs right there, they're actually lifting that leg up in order to kick you. So this is protection. You don't want to get hit here. Getting kicked still sucks, right? I mean, just because you have your hand and arm there doesn't mean that it's not going to suck. It's going to suck. It's just going to suck a little bit less,
Just a little.
right? Just a little bit less. And you might be able to like deflect and wrap, right?
Right.
And then go into my favorite X guard
Yeah.
from that leg, doing a takedown, coming out the rear kind of a thing, you know? So this technical get up is also a critical part of the X guard, which
Mhm.
is my favorite guard to play if I have to grapple. I like the X guard. I think the X guard is much more practical in self defense than like a full guard or a half guard. Those things work great, especially in competition, right? But when you're out on the street, you have to make some assumptions. The assumption is if you're standing up, you could probably get out of there, right? If you're not standing up, you're probably not going to be able to get out of there, right?
Right.
So the whole idea is they're not letting you get up. Okay, well, in that case, we'll start doing some our ground game, which in this particular case for self-defense, and I'm not the only one that has come to this conclusion at this point. The X guard works really great because from the X guard, you can then get up because they're now busy. They're at the very least busy trying to get up themselves because if you can get one leg and pull X guard, they're going down.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have a whole body on their leg, right? So you're pretty much taking them down, and from that takedown, which is usually they do a face plant, and from that position you can get up and go because getting up and go is really the name of the game. Not winning the fight, but getting up and go. You get out of the fight, right? Unless you started the fight. If you started the fight, then you got to end it. But
Yeah.
if you didn't start the fight, it's not a good idea to fight. It's Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu logic there. If you
Mhm.
didn't start the fight, not the best idea to fight. Better to retreat and be ready for the fight.
Mhm.
Because there's also another uh, old saying: never play another man's game. So if somebody's trying to call you out you would be not wise to play their game,
Right.
right? If you're going to fight somebody, make sure you're fighting them on your terms, not their terms.
Yeah.
So, in self defense, the name of the game isn't to win, it's to disengage and get out. Okay? If you feel like you've been wronged, you could always seek retribution after. Just kidding. Just
Ah.
kidding. Let's do it. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, ten. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I found like coming in, you swing back underhook, get that leg, and then yeah, you have that whole leg lock in there. Very cool.
Or even strikes. You're falling down,
Yeah.
right? And kicking, or you're here and they're about to want to roll with you. Like maybe they want to put you in guard, get
Right.
on top of you, right? So perfect again. Boom. Oops. Yeah, they want to come on top of you. So you preemptively kick them in the face. Boom.
Yeah.
Now, a beautiful thing is they're coming down to be on top of you. You kick them in the face. They, you miss or they pocket, right? Well, now you're set up nicely for
I
a
was gonna say,
triangle.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, right.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Literally putting the leg where you want it to go.
so that's why this is my favorite because there's so much function in the movement. And if you don't have this movement down, well, it's not going to be there for you, right? So, very important, something we probably shouldn't miss or not do for too long because there's a cardio element, a coordination element, there's a attack and while retreating or retreat while attacking element, which is a pure Wing Chun element. So there's a lot of wonderful things that you can do from it, not just a kick to the knee, but a kick to the face or a setup for a triangle or an armbar.
Right.
I remember being in a Wing Chun class in San Francisco, and there was an MMA guy in there, and I I pulled him in and gave him the opening to do a takedown. So everybody was Wing Chun there, and they were kind of freaked out because they saw him take me down, and here I am, a Sifu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he takes me down. Well, by the time my back was on the ground, his arm was in an armbar.
Yeah.
So it's very important to have that stuff in place at the right time because if you're already taken down and then you're going to try to do an armbar, it's going to be way harder.
Yeah.
But if you're on your way down, then you, just really quickly, you see what you have available. Okay, maybe you don't have a triangle. Maybe instead you have an armbar. Maybe you don't have an arm, or maybe you have an omoplata. Maybe you don't even have an arm. So now you got X guard, you know. The whole idea is having that game plan. The guys, there's so many different ways that you can respond. However, when we're talking about self-defense, the variables kind of we knock them down at least by 50%, right? Because we're not trying to attack them. So we can get all of our resources into defense and then really judiciously dish out our resources for more offensive, right? We want the the formula would be we want to exert very little energy attacking. In other words, not that we're not attacking, but we shouldn't exert energy doing it. We should put the opposition, again, position before uh, uh, submission, right? Position before submission. We want to put the opponent in a bad situation before we attack, because then when we attack, they're in a bad situation. All it takes is boom. You see it in boxing all the time, little rabbit punches, boom, and the guy's out, right?
Yeah.
Very little effort, almost zero effort involved. Really, the effort is really just to stay, to have your core nice and solid. So when they run into it, boom, it's like a brick wall.
Yeah.
All right. That's the end of our session here today. If you have any questions you weren't able to ask them during the live chat, I'll post this one. I'm way behind on posting these dirty dojos to the public. Sorry, I've been really busy. But I'm. This is one I really do want to post. I think a lot of this information, although it's basic, I think it's also very important and stuff we should never forget. Um, Thank you, Justin. I got to put my spectacles on so I can read. Read, Justin. Yes. All right. Feeling good on those sets. Very good. Sister Mary, not Mother Mary, but Sister Mary. So, hey, if you haven't done so already, we're trying to get, we're at about 300 and some subscribers. We're trying to get to 400 million. That's about the population of the United States. We want every person in every household in the United States to be able to defend themselves and to stay healthy using just good old basic martial art inspired exercise. And heck, it come in handy if you ever need it for self-defense, but otherwise it keep you nice and healthy. Look at me, I'm like 97 years old, and boy, I feel like a spring chicken still, and I can still drink.
Dihydrogen monoxide.
Yes, straight, pure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here again. If you haven't done so already, help us to get to 400 million subscribers. And we'll see you next week. Again, if you got any questions, put them down in the comments tomorrow when this video is actually posted. And salutations. Aloha. See you next week.